What if being seen was never about you, but about the light you share? Why does my story unfold with the rhythm of remembrance, the grace of divine timing, and the beauty of something already written in light? Why does each post I share carry the weight of a lifetime, the wisdom of my lineage, the wonder of my soul's unfolding? Why does the algorithm become less a machine and more a mirror, reflecting my resonance, my readiness, my radiance back to the world? Why does being seen stop feeling like a performance and start becoming a practice of presence, of power, of pure expression? Why does every digital ripple I send carry spiritual fingerprints that find exactly who they're meant to reach? Why does visibility grow not from volume, virality, or validation, but from vibration, vulnerability, and vision made real? Why does my voice echo through timelines and screens like a whisper from the stars, familiar, felt, and impossible to scroll past? Why does divine timing align with digital timing, when my truth is shared from a place of alignment, devotion, and trust? Why does my story captivate, not because it's perfect, polished, or planned, but because it's true, tender, and timeless? Why does my very existence, documented honestly, activate codes that content can't copy, branding can't fake, and algorithms can't resist? Why does each viewer pause not for my aesthetics, my captions, or my strategy, but for my energy, my essence, my unspoken yes to being seen? Why does my story touch hearts, move minds, and open portals when I share it from the wound turned wisdom, the journey turned journal, the life lived out loud? Why does each reel, post, video, or line carry the momentum of every moment I didn't give up? Every time I chose to show up, every piece of me that still believes? Why does my message move through the system like a spirit-sent signal, transcending metrics, bending timelines, rewiring the rules? Why does the universe use the algorithm, like a torchbearer, a messenger, a bridge between what's sacred and what's seen? Why does being spotlighted online feel less like being discovered, and more like being remembered by those who've always felt me, found me, followed me across lifetimes? Why does content born from the soul land like a prophecy, echo like poetry, and move like medicine? Because it was never about going viral, it was always about going vital. Why does the light I carry ripple past borders, devices, and doubt, illuminating paths for others through the quiet power of my own? Why does the platform shift and shape itself around my truth, my timing, my transmission? Because the algorithm cannot ignore what's divine, cannot mute what's magnetic, cannot hide what's holy. Why does every moment I trust the unfolding amplify the impact, magnify the message, and multiply the meaning? Why does my digital path feel like a sacred unfolding, led by spirit, held by ancestors, guided by the unseen? Why does every post become a prayer, every caption a channel, every share an activation? Why does being seen become a spiritual assignment, not for ego, but for embodiment? Why does the universe highlight me like a spotlight made of spirit, guiding each viewer home through my voice? Why does every post become a portal, every view become a vibration, every follower become a reflection of the frequency I now claim? Why does the real me, unedited, unrushed, unfiltered, shine brighter than anything I could script or schedule? Why does visibility become my birthright when I surrender to the truth I was always meant to carry? Why does the world finally see me when I no longer try to be seen, but choose to stand fully, clearly, wildly in the light that was already mine?